The person who we are crowning this year's champion has gone above and beyond, and we are giving it to...
Drum roll, please.
So I'll be honest, last night was a little bit tough for me. I did not sleep much, which is not uncommon when I'm flying and cosplay is involved. I think that realistically it is a bit worse this time because of what happened when I went to Holiday Matsuri, and my entire luggage got lost with all of my cosplays inside, which was incredibly stressful. And this time I was traveling with 2 suitcases, one of them just full of our regular clothing, one of them basically filled with Toph. Like half of it was taken up by her wig and her suitcase, because I had like a suitcase inside of a suitcase, and then I also had a oversized box that had her rock prop. So yeah, it's all here and nothing broke. I'm so happy about that. I still need to give her a really good iron, but I'll do that probably tomorrow or Saturday, because right now I'm just feeling very, very tired. I'm feeling a bit nervous, and when I say a bit, I mean a lot. Feeling very nervous because this is the first time that I'm competing in Australia since WCS 2022 last year when I competed with Terry, but it's all, which is now over a year ago, which is crazy to me, but it's the first time I have competed in a purely craftsmanship competition for many years, like pre-COVID sort of situation, and it terrifies me. Yeah, and I've never done well in this particular competition, so I'm very nervous. So what I'm doing this morning is I'm taking my time to iron all of Toph very carefully with an iron that I've never used before, really, because it's the hotel iron, because I thought I packed my own, but obviously I did not. Well, if there was going to be one thing that I was going to forget, at least it was an iron, not part of my cosplay, right? Touch wood, I haven't forgotten anything. I don't think I have. But yes, I need to iron Toph. I need to just give the wig a bit of a spruce up with hairspray, and then I need to put together the rock prop and sew the struts in. So that's what I'm going to do this morning. I figure that's going to take me an hour, hour and a half. Then I'll have some lunch and then I'll head to the convention. Alright, that took longer than expected, so it's now 1:40. I'm very hungry, but the ironing is done. I had to glue some of the stuff on the headpiece again because it was starting to come off, and I was like, let's not chance that. I also did the wig, so she's now looking a whole lot less disheveled, and I've hand sewed all the rods in, and I've given her a quick practice run. It's all looking good, so I'm gonna go and find something to eat for lunch, and then this afternoon I'm going to the con, so let's go. Going to try and sleep now and get up somewhat early for tomorrow. Well, I'll put the alarm on, but let's be honest here, anxiety will get the better of me and I will wake up probably quite early in the morning, no doubt. If I sleep until my alarm goes off, that will be something. I doubt it very, very much. Anxiety is real high, and I mean, like, it's not the end of the world, like, if you don't place, right? It's not the end of the world. And like, I didn't make Toph just for this competition. I made Toph because I loved the design and I want to show her off, and this is a fantastic stage for me to be able to do that. So I'm focusing on that and trying not to let the competitive brain within me take hold, because that's not a healthy brain and a healthy mindset for me to be in. I know myself well enough to know that. All right, see you tomorrow. Good morning. I am the undead Kiralee. Feel a little bit undead because I'm working at about 4 or 5 hours sleep because anxiety. So I went to bed at about 10:30 last night, but didn't fall asleep until about 1, and then woke up at like 5:30. So feeling it. So I've just chucked in my contacts. This is interesting. Everything is like a shade of white. I can still see, but yeah, these are fun. Done my hair into the weird Toph double braid up the top so that it fits, and now it's time to get my makeup on. Alright, so Toph is on. Here she is. I just have the headpiece to do when I get there. The makeup looks amazing. Special thank you to Shadowfray Cosplay who helped me with the makeup. And yeah, and helped Terry get me into cosplay. And yeah, so I've got a few pieces that I've got to do at the convention center. But let's do this. Woo! Yeah! Sneak peek. This is backstage. We're mostly all here except I think there's 2 of us that are missing. So good times. Alright, prejudging has now occurred. I never know how you go in prejudging. Like, it's very hard. We had 10 minutes and it flew by. I think I managed to say everything that I needed to say, which is good. But yeah, hopefully they liked it. I think the rock prop is a good idea. I don't know. But yeah, I gave them my build book and happy days. Hopefully. I don't know. I think I need to like get out of here for a little bit and just get some fresh air. Alright, so I'm going to be introducing some contestants for the championships, or rather they're going to introduce themselves. So who are you and what are you cosplaying?
I'm Sparkdos, or Pip. I am cosplaying Midna from Twilight Princess.
Is your sparkly. What's your favourite part?
My little dragon hats. I think they're very accurate to my reference.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I modeled the teeth after my own teeth.
Amazing. Well, have fun.
Hello, I'm Lottie. I go by Ravenheart Creations, and my costume is all over the floor.
Oh, but it's gorgeous.
I will be cosplaying as Savathun from Destiny 2.
Excellent. And what's your favourite part of your cosplay?
The wings. They
the
are
wings.
5 meters big when fully extended.
Oh, wow.
Although now they're tiny because they're on the ground.
Excellent. Well, have fun today.
I am Emerald L. King.
Yes, and who are you cosplaying today?
I'm dressed as Fern Calloway from Critical Role.
And what is your favourite part of this amazing cosplay?
The monkey!
The monkey of doom! So cute.
My monkey son.
Monkey son. Look at him. Look at him. Oh. Have fun today.
And welcome onto the stage, contestant number 4, Kira. Didn't do the voice. What took the longest to make for you for this costume?
The pants. The reason being is that it defies gravity. And then there's ombre dye, and then there's rocks, and then there's airbrushing, and then there's horsehair braid. It keeps on going.
Guys, make some commotion for the pants. Thank you so much. Now, I understand there are a lot of differences to canon Toph. Can you talk me through them and why?
Sure. So this particular design is by an artist called Sunset Dragon. Sunset Dragon lovers in the house. I love it. She does amazing designs, and I'm the first one to do this according to her. So I was very happy to be able to take up the challenge, and it was a challenge.
Everyone, This is a debut of Sunset Dragons, Toph Mei Fong!
The person who we are crowning this year's champion has gone above and beyond, not just thinking about the structural design of the costume, but literally transforming into their character. The moment they stepped on stage, I mean, it was, they took me into their character's reality, but even behind the scenes, we were looking for the slightest imperfections and they were very, very difficult to find. And that just shows the talent and the dedication they did in their craft. So this is well-deserved and we are giving it to...
Drum roll, please!
Toph.
I said some choice words to opt for. I am speechless, which if you ask my husband never happens. Amazing, overjoyed. Like, sorry.
Well deserved, guys, well deserved.
I have entered this cosplay competition. This is now my third time, and I never won higher than like needlework. And I have always seen myself as a character cosplayer because I do mostly skits. So I can actually call myself a craftsmanship cosplayer now, and I'm sorry.
Absolutely, all well deserved. And again, it just goes to show if this is the third time you've entered, it takes a couple goes. You just have to be resilient and keep going. Now, you do win 2 weekend passes for C2E2 Chicago 2024. Thoughts, feelings, anything else?
I'm coming to America.
Woo! Yeah! Rep Australia over there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, show them how we do it here.
Wow, yes. I will hopefully make Australia proud.
You will absolutely make Australia proud. They'll make Australia proud, right? Before I ask you to go backstage, can you give any advice or any tips for anyone wanting to enter a cosplay competition or even just start?
Do a lot of planning, break down the cosplay, figure out how things are going to move, think about how you're going to craft it, and just go and do it. Like, you know how people say, dream cosplays, one day I'll do this? Just do it.
Oh. The training from Hides D has really gone down. Do it. No excuses. Round of applause for our champion, Cosplay Central Crown Championship, PAX 2023, and I want you to extend that round of applause to all our contestants.
G'day everyone, so it is now the next day. I am back in Perth. I've slept, sort of, and it's been about 20 hours since the competition and my inbox has not stopped going off, and I am just feeling like so humbled and just cloud nine, and I really can't even believe it still. It's still kind of settling in and I'm trying to process it, and it's all a lot. I've had people reach out to me from all corners of the world, from the people who were there in the audience to people who were live streaming it. I've got mates who are watching it here in Perth, and apparently they all were screaming when I won, which was amazing. And then also I've had, you know, people who are international who, you know, watched it or saw the results and then messaged me. I have cried a few times since yesterday, not too many, but yeah, it's a lot. So let's talk about the competition, because we kind of got cut off straight after the competition, and then a quick photo shoot with Red Scarf, who was excellent to shoot with. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's good to have some photos of that particular day with Toph, because honestly, we were backstage for most of the day and we didn't really go out all that much. We had a very specific call time, then we waited, and then it was prejudging, and then we waited, and then it was essentially a walkthrough, and then it was showtime, and then we waited, and then it was awards, and then there was more photos, and then I had to leave because I had to catch a flight to go back to Perth, or rather to come back to Perth. So there was a lot of like hiding in the shadows while waiting for things to happen, but that was fine, because honestly I was a bundle of nerves, I was a bundle of anxiety, I was working on very little sleep, I had a terrible headache, and I also knew that like I couldn't really drink much or eat much because I couldn't go to the toilet. As soon as I put Toph on, that's it, game over. You cannot, you know, go to the loo without like disrobing your entire self, even though she's got pants, because of how it's tucked into the corset and the bodice. I'd have to take all of those off, and it is a job to get me back into that. So that was a no. I just had to suck it up, and look, at the end of the day, it was fine. I want to give a massive shout out to the amazing judges. There was Vera Shamira, Alt4, Heidi Z, and also Dat Baka Koz. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I'm once again still very tired. Those 4 judges were awesome. They made us feel very welcomed in the prejudging room. I literally went into the prejudging room and just kind of started word vomiting. I think I got most of it out, but I happily gave them my build book and I was like, peace. So yeah, it was good. And the prejudging experience, although I have absolutely no idea as soon as you come out of it, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every time I come out of prejudging, I'm just like, I have no idea what just happened. I hope it went well, because I'm just so focused on saying as much as I possibly can and without getting stuck in like a repetition kind of loop. So they asked a few questions, and that was all good, but mostly it was just me absolutely talking while they were flipping all the seams and having a look at how I had put things together. So that was really cool. I didn't knock anyone out with my rocks at that point, so that was good. As for the onstage performance sort of situation, honestly, so this is what happened. I was backstage with my rocks and I was like, what should I do? Like, I thought, because I had like a whole routine kind of figured out, because I'm used to championships where they like read a script of like 2 to 3 minutes where they are going through like what you've said about it. So you can show it off, you can walk around, and I was like, yep, I'll like show off the rocks and, you know, be like this, and then I'll take off the rocks, and then I'll be like posing, showing all the different angles. But this year that was not the case. What it was that we went on, we were to do like strike a pose or two, and then answer 2 questions, and then head off stage. So my entire plan just like went out the window. So I was like, all right, okay, what can I do? And I was like, all right, people want to see this rock prop, let's do it. So I just basically walked out in full like Toph confidence, like fully in character, you know, that kind of smug kind of walk situation, and then kind of stopped, looked at the audience, kind of gave a smirk, and then clenched my fists, raised my foot and stomped it down while pulling up the rocks and then waving the rocks around. And the audience reaction was amazing. It was everything that I needed. I entered this competition with Toph because I wanted to show her off. I wanted to show the many months of work that, you know, if you've been following along with the journey, you know how much work went into this. And I really wanted the audience to appreciate what I'd created and to have that moment where I got a cheer. And I got a cheer and I got, you know, lots of clapping, and that was awesome. That was what I needed and what I entered the competition for. So I was super happy about that. And then I answered the 2 questions, one of which was, what was the part that took the longest? And I said, the pants, cursed pants. And then they asked me a question about the design, and I, you know, was like, yep, this is by Sunset Dragon, absolutely amazing designer, and it's got lots of detail. So it was like short, sharp, get off stage, but I did put the rocks up again and then I hit the host. My bad. The other contestants, so there was 9 other contestants and they were all incredible. And what I loved about this competition was that we were literally from every part of Australia and New Zealand. It was amazing. And also a little bit of the world as well. So we had me from Western Australia, we had Emerald King from Tasmania. We also had Sparkdos Cosplay from Queensland, and then like It Seems Legit was from Sydney, I believe, and I think there was maybe 1 or 2 other people from Sydney as well. There was some from Melbourne, of course, because that's where the convention was. And then we also had an amazing cosplayer from New Zealand. The name escapes me right now. I'll make sure that I put the name somewhere on screen now of that particular cosplayer. I'm sorry. But what I loved also was within that we had a cosplayer who was from Melbourne, who was, no, Melbourne or Sydney, who was originally from Italy, so that was fabulous, and the New Zealand cosplayer was originally from the Netherlands. So we had this beautiful kind of true Aussie vibe of just all these different cosplayers from all across the country and New Zealand, and then a little bit of like, you know, international flavor in there as well, which is, you know, Australia is so multicultural that like it was just perfect. I do also want to give a special shout out to the amazing helpers backstage who were with the convention and those who were with partners. Everyone just kind of chipped in. Like there was times where a few of us didn't have handlers. So like when I sent Terry out to the front, I was like, go film. And I needed to get my rocks on. Amazing Magic Pixie from Queensland came in and like helped me get into my rocks, so that was really helpful. And like Simit, who was Emerald King's helper, they were like, do you need something to eat? Here's cheese and crackers. And I was like, thank you, because I hadn't eaten all day. So yes, it was very, very cool. Everyone pitched in. The ones that were from the convention, the staff there, they were just like, nothing was a big ask. You know, they were just like, yep, what do you need? Let's make it happen. Do you need a fan? Do you need chairs? Do you need a stool? Like, it was really, really good. It was a good vibe. And all the contestants were really lovely to each other. Like, we had a lot of laughs. We were backstage. We, you know, quite a number of these cosplayers I'd never met before, and so it was great to sit down and have a conversation with them. I wish that I could have seen their cosplays better because, you know, with the lenses, it was very hard to see everything. But what I could see, I was just absolutely geeking over. It seems legit. Her hand embroidery on her Evie Fry cosplay was chef's kiss. And yeah, like all of the others, I'd like, there was something that was just like, how did you do that? And I just love it. That's what I love about cosplay competitions, especially at kind of these kind of levels where they're kind of like the top tier of competitions, is that you get to meet cosplayers you don't normally interact with, and then you just see how they did things and you get inspiration from them, and I absolutely love that. Also, I did not think I was going to win. I was happy with just the audience like cheer. I was like, okay, if I leave here with nothing else, I've got that cheer. That's what I wanted. People like Toph, they like the rock power. I'm happy days. So when they called my name, I was actually very, like, I wasn't expecting it, and I was kind of expecting someone else. And so when they called my name, I just was like, what? Like, it took me about half a second for my brain to register, because I heard like Toph, and then I was like, is that someone's name? And I was like, oh wait, it's me, I'm Toph. Because I was expecting like Kiralee or, you know, like their cosplay name, but there we go. So yeah, that was interesting. And then, you know, Alt 4 gave me a hug. I said some very choice words, which I will not say on this because I don't swear on my channel, but I definitely swore on stage. And yeah, it was such an amazing experience. I think, as I mentioned in like my little interview afterwards, this is a big moment for me because I've entered this cosplay competition, the championships of cosplay for Crown, for Cosplay Central, C2E2. This is my 4th time. First time I won needlework in my local division and nothing else. Second time in the local division, I won nothing. Third time I travelled to South Australia for that particular heat. There was 3 of us and I won nothing. And then this time I entered it, there's only 1 round now. And I flew over to Melbourne, you know, did all of this, and I won overall champion. So I'm trying not to get emotional. I'm trying very hard not to get emotional. Because I never had any real success with this particular competition previously, I've always defined myself as a skit-based cosplayer, because all of the other competitions that I've entered, that I've won, or that I've placed have been skit orientated, where it's usually 50% skit, 50% cosplay, like the craftsmanship. And trying not to cry, to have this one and to win this one, where it's basically all craftsmanship, it means so much to me, because I didn't think I was good enough. And that's the honest truth. Like, I look at the people who go to the finals of Crown Championship and I am just blown away at the level of skill. And I cannot believe that I am now part of that grouping of people. It is mind-blowing. It is absolutely mind-blowing. So I cannot wait for C2E2 next year. Working out logistics at the moment to make sure that Terry can also come with, because I need a handler. I need someone to help me get into the costume. I can't do it myself. Yeah. It's a lot to process, and I'm still processing it. I have not stopped processing it for the last 20 hours. So yes. Anyway, I have gabbered on so much in this video. I hope you don't mind, and sorry about the kind of emotional ending of it all. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I cannot believe that this is what's happened and the outcome of it all. Yes. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Please in the comments let me know, you know, if you have ever entered the Crown Championships. Love to know. And if you're in Chicago and planning on going to C2E2, let me know, because I'd love to meet some of you. Back to the US! Woohoo! Alright guys, speak to you in the next one. Bye!